Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
It's more likely that he is just talking big rather than actually climbing high in his career. He may have plenty of ideas and the confidence to speak up about them, but when it comes to getting things done, he struggles to follow through. He isn't the type to keep a strict routine or push himself to work hard day after day.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things don't go his way at work, he won't blow up or fall apart in front of everyone. He generally stays calm on the outside and avoids drama. So while you won't see a big scene, you might notice he gets distant or hard to reach until he feels safe again.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work find him quiet and keep their distance from him. He doesn't go out of his way to be friendly or make small talk, and sometimes his direct way of speaking can come off as rude, even if he doesn't mean it. Some might see him as smart, but few will feel truly connected to him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He's likely to be proud of you and won't compete or feel threatened by your success. In fact, he might be quietly supportive, happy to see you shine while he keeps to his own space. He rarely gets jealous or upset if someone else does better. His ego isn't built that way.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He doesn't base his self worth on money or status, so your higher salary is unlikely to bother him. He might even feel relieved that money isn't always his burden.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't very organized with money and may not keep a close watch on spending. He's unlikely to plan budgets or track every rupee, so things might easily slip through the cracks. This doesn't mean he's careless in a wild way. It's more about being a bit absent minded and not too focused on details.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't go out of his way to impress others with flashy spending. You won't see him pretending to be richer than he really is or chasing after expensive things just for show. So you're unlikely to face the stress of image driven spending with him.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is generally kind hearted and will try to help when someone is in need, even if he isn't always loud about it. He's not the type to count every rupee before helping or sharing, and he's not stingy with his spirit or his wallet. If warmth and generous intent matter to you, you'll find both in him.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not the secretive or controlling type when it comes to money. In fact, he's usually quite open, sometimes simply because he doesn't care enough to hide things or play mind games. If you ask about money matters, he'll likely tell you the truth without making a big deal out of it.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't believe housework should only be your job. He's not strict about roles and is open minded when it comes to sharing tasks at home. You might need to remind him or guide him sometimes, as he isn't naturally detail oriented or proactive about keeping things tidy.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He won't just stand back and supervise while you do all the work. He's willing to get his hands dirty with chores and even change diapers if needed. He's not bothered by traditional ideas that some jobs are only for women. Once you ask or show him what needs to be done, he'll be happy to help without complaints or drama.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tries to understand your side and usually doesn't argue just to prove he's right. His nature is more gentle and caring. So when you express your feelings or concerns, he listens calmly instead of jumping into a fight. If you want a loving partner who values peace and wants to make you feel heard, he can offer that. Though sometimes you may need to encourage him to share his own feelings too.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he tends to stay respectful and doesn't lash out with hurtful words or aggressive behavior. He is more likely to go quiet or pull back instead of raising his voice or saying things he'll regret. Just keep in mind, his silence can sometimes make it hard to know what he's truly feeling.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he is not the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He usually keeps his cool even when things go wrong. So you won't have to tiptoe around him or worry about sudden temper flare ups.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He's the kind of person who can say sorry and take responsibility when he's made a mistake. He doesn't get stubborn or try to blame you for things going wrong. You won't have to fight just to get him to admit he was wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. If you say you're not comfortable with something or need space, he won't push or pressure you. This is important for your safety and peace of mind, and with him, your comfort is put first.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He cares about your feelings and will respect your space without sulking, guilt tripping, or making you feel bad about it. You won't find him acting distant or starting arguments just because you said no.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He isn't the type to use your secrets or private experiences against you, even when he's upset or during disagreements. He values respect and kindness, so he keeps what happens between you two private and safe.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He isn't someone who chases attention or flirts just to feel good about himself. His calm, steady nature means he values trust and prefers deep connections over excitement with someone new.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not over possessive or controlling. He doesn't act jealous or constantly watch what you're doing, and he's not the type to demand updates or get suspicious about your friendships or choices. His caring nature helps him trust you, and he gives you your freedom without drama or accusations.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature does not come from a need to control you. He cares deeply and may show concern for your well being, But he isn't the sort to use protection as an excuse to limit your freedom or make decisions for you. When he looks out for you, it's gentle and supportive, not bossy or demanding.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He tends to see parenting as a shared effort and won't expect you to do everything on your own. While he may not always notice what needs to be done right away, he is willing to help and be involved when you ask. He values fairness and does not believe that raising children is just the mother's job.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to stay calm instead of losing his temper. He doesn't raise his voice or get angry over small mistakes. Instead, he tries to understand what the child is feeling and offer support without adding pressure.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you as both a mother and your own person. He respects your need for independence and doesn't see your life as only about home and kids. If you need a partner who cheers you on in every part of your journey, he will quietly stand by your side, respecting who you are.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will support your career now only to pressure you into quitting after you have a child. He values your happiness and independence and doesn't see your work as a problem once the family grows. If you want to keep working, he'll be quietly supportive and won't suddenly change his tune or demand you stay home.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to treat your parents with gentle respect, but may not be overly warm or expressive. He'll be quietly kind rather than just pretending or putting on a show. If you want honesty and steady, simple regard for your parents, he will offer that, even if he's not very outgoing. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly rather than making things worse. He's not the kind to react with anger or add fuel to the fire. While he may become a bit quiet if things get overwhelming, he won't lash out or create extra drama.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he is not the type to expect you to suddenly become a traditional supportive wife just to please his relatives. He values your comfort and real self more than playing roles for others. You might need to guide him if there are specific situations with the relatives, but he will support your right to be yourself.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you rather than side with others or just stay out of it completely. He might not confront his family strongly, but he won't leave you alone to handle the stress or turn against you to keep peace. With him, you'll always have someone in your corner, even during tough family situations.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy, and he won't blindly choose his mother's side over yours in a conflict. While he may be gentle and respectful toward his family, he's not overly attached or controlled by his mother's opinions. If you have a disagreement with her, he won't ignore your feelings or leave you unsupported.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and tends to keep personal matters between the two of you. Even when upset or confused, he is more likely to go quiet rather than run to others with your secrets.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being with this man day in and day out means living with steady kindness and quiet support rather than excitement or drama. He's not demanding or harsh, he's patient, gentle, and mostly calm even when things go wrong.